Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your live Geek Guide. I do this every week, or at least I try to, so long as we get 1,000 likes for the previous live video that we would have done a week before. This is the Locker Gnome YouTube channel, so it's all about me, and you have questions for me. And so, ask me anything. This show is all about you. So, if you were not already aware, you should have already downloaded the free Locker Gnome application available on iOS or Android to get the push notification that would let you know that we are streaming live. You tap the push notification, it opens up the YouTube page, and then you watch this video live. As I'm assuming many of you are already watching it live. We are giving away an Amazon gift every week thanks to our sponsor, go.tagjag.com/free points, something else you can install on iOS or Android to generate gift points for gift cards for free. So I have selected the recipient this week, but if you want to qualify for next week to get something free on Amazon from us, well, all you need to do is go to that link, install it. Hey, look right there, push notification came in. I wasn't lying. You should be watching. If you install this, install the sponsored applications, and then let us know what your referral code is, as well as which sponsored apps you downloaded for yourself. Maybe even if you earned anything, like you can get free apps that would normally cost you money, including 1Password. There's my redeem code. I keep saying redeem code. I mean to say referral code. It's even written that way. So next week, we will be announcing who got the Amazon gift this week. You want to participate? Go for it. Go.tagjag.com/free points. The link is in this video's description, as always, as well as other fancy links. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the Q&A because we have quite a few. I posted on my Facebook page, which, by the way, I'm verified now, and a few good questions really came in, starting with Tim Hyder. Howdy, Chris. Is Note 3 worth the fuss? I can't upgrade for another 2 years. Yikes. Well, another 2 years from now, I don't know if the Note 3 would be worth the fuss. Today, it absolutely is. I had done a review of the Note 3 last night with Diana. We're going to be doing this idea. My idea is to do a hardware review with her and then upload it to this channel, kind of like a he said, she said. We had similar thoughts about the Note 3. However, after recording it last night, I realized it could have been better because we missed a couple of points that I think you guys would have appreciated. But just as I had mentioned, I think in Pirillo picks this week, the Note 3 is a pick. It is now my go-to Android device for pretty much one reason. And the reason, asked by Bernard McDowell, how is your Nexus 4? I broke this as I was recording the Pirillo picks this week, and I ended up using that as a part of the video for Pirillo picks, and I guess everyone seemed to appreciate it. The object, the gadget, I'm tripping up here. As you can see, I'm sweating because I was working out this morning and then that got my body going. So it still works. I can still turn it on. It's just the screen would need to be replaced. Someone offered me 50 bucks for this. It would cost around 100 to replace the screen. I don't know if I want to go that far. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. The Nexus 5 is right around the corner. I have every intention on getting a hold of that and, of course, reviewing it and showcasing it in this channel. The Nexus 4 is fine, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it at this stage. It's just unusable because I'm not going to slide my finger around on broken glass. Generally not a good idea. Now, the Note 3 has made me, well, happy, or at least happy enough for now. Stay tuned for that review coming up at some point in the very near future in this channel. Let me go ahead and make sure everything is going well. I got a notification over there. Nice. I can't see the notifications over there, but that's okay. Let me make sure. We got comments coming in here. Khalifa Al-Yafe on YouTube asks, Chris, what do you think of the new Surface Pro 2? I think it's an incremental improvement. I don't know if Microsoft's going to sell any more Surfaces. I mean, it's better than the first Surface. I mean, certainly you've got better hardware, including running on Intel's Haswell platform. So it's going to have optimized battery life, be more power efficient. But I just don't see consumers buying the Surface. I just don't. The Surface 2 and the Surface Pro 2. That's what they're calling it. So the Surface Pro 2 is like the Surface Pro, but, I mean, not exactly the same. Obviously, it's the new iteration of it. The Surface 2 is much like the Surface with Windows RT or the Surface RT was. It's just the next generation, right? Not a lot of people bought the first generation. And to tell you the truth, I see even fewer people buying the next generation. Have not tried it yet. That is just my reaction to the news and what I've seen floating in the nether regions of conversations. I don't see many people talking about the Surface 2. I just don't. Maybe you are. I'm not taking that away from you. If I can review it, and I've asked if I could get a hold of something to take a look at, because I don't know if I can really afford to buy something that I'm probably not going to use very often. I have the first Surface, and I use it as a go-to Windows 8 machine. Can't wait for Windows 8 to come down the pike. But at this time, I have no plans on buying a Surface Pro 2 or a Surface 2. That may change if I'm looking at other reviews on the web and seeing that it's really radically different and it's going to make me want one. I didn't see that outright. You guys may be different. I'm not trying to take away from your experiences, your wants and needs, because they are certainly going to be different from mine. Tim Hyder asks, were you near the tornado? I absolutely was not. That was down south, thank goodness. Not a fan of tornadoes, and one struck here in the Seattle area. By the way, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate every bit of engagement that you guys are doing here for me, and we're doing this together because I like being able to answer your questions and doing it in a dynamic fashion. We have a few hundred people who've tuned in live. Let's see here. Matthew Dunn. Why is it that every tech outlet seems to be set on comparing every phone to the iPhone? It's probably because Apple set the bar. It's been a different company for all these years and really kind of transformed the industry, at least as far as smartphones are concerned, and certainly as far as tablet computers are concerned. Not to say that they were the first, because they certainly were not the first, but they just did things differently that happened to be perceived as better than the rest, and they kind of set the gold standard. And usually when you're the tallest nail and you make a lot of sales and you make a lot of impact, you're going to get pounded. That's just the way it is, right? There's Apple and there's everybody else, right? Apple's got stores. It's got a line of products that work better with one another. Is it the best? No. Remember, best is relative. So what may be best for you may not be best for somebody else. But the reason why everybody seems to be intent on comparing everybody else to Apple is because Apple has typically, for the most part, been different. Is it different? Sure. But then again, Apple's business model is different from Microsoft's business model, is different from Amazon's business model, is different from Google's business model, is different from Samsung's business model, is different from... Who's making the same? Who's making money? Apple. So when you're making money, people want to compare what they have to what the other people have, the people who are making money. Not to say that nobody else is making money, except for Twitter. Twitter is not making money, apparently. I make more money than Twitter, which is sad, because I am substantially smaller than Twitter. Some people are talking about, in the comments, they keep asking about phone blocks. I talked about it a few weeks ago. I think it's a good idea, but it would never take off. Sorry. It's an idea. There's not even anything close to a prototype. It would never work. That's the problem with living in a dream world. Gotta wake up to reality sometimes. If you could, ask Gustavo Enrique, would you come back to iOS 6? I'm not thrilled with iOS 7. I'm kind of getting used to it, but I'm definitely not in love with iOS 7. I wasn't really in love with iOS 6 either. I was I liked it. There are certain things that iOS 7 does that I think are sloppy. I think that potentially Apple is going to improve over time. That's at least what they say. Whether they go the way that I would want them to go or another direction, I don't know. No one knows. I don't work for Apple. But I don't think at this stage I would roll back to iOS 6. I haven't felt that much pain to roll back or to switch outright, because there's more than just this one device in my hand, right? I'm looking for a complete or a comprehensive experience. And Apple affords me that with the other things that I have in and around my life. Let's see here. Can I have your Korg NanoPad? You can't have it. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to hold on to it for the foreseeable future. Jared Reed, what episode and season are you on in Doctor Who? It's kind of an awkwardly asked question, but just wrapped up episode where I can't remember the title. I'm about to watch the episode of Pandorica, so it's season 5. You have to forgive me. I watch an episode every day when I work out, as you guys have seen in the Pirillo vlog. That question came in from YouTube Live. All right. Give me a second. Let me see here. What do you think about Apple not selling iPhone 5 anymore? It sucks, right? No? I think it's fine. What is your opinion on using older devices, asks Cameron Lewis. For example, I'm sticking with my Galaxy S2 until I feel the need to upgrade. I want to upgrade my smartphone every year. Like, I would be very disappointed if I just now got a hold of a Note 2 with the Note 3 in my hand, right? Or I would be disappointed if I did not have plans on getting the iPhone 5S. This is still my iPhone 5. Just FYI. I have not had a chance to get the iPhone 5S for me. Diana's using the 5S that we unboxed in this channel. All right, see here. Sad to hear about your Nexus 4. If LG are to release a new Nexus, will you get it, seeming your experience with the Nexus 4 has been so good? Yes, I do have a plan, as I kind of alluded to. I would likely be working with T-Mobile on the Nexus 5 or whatever it's going to be called. T-Mobile has been great to us. The service has been fantastic, and I switched recently from another wireless carrier to T-Mobile for a lot of those reasons. All right. Andrew McLaughlin. Chris, just say hi to me and I'll be happy. I watch you every week. Thank you for watching me every week. I really appreciate the support. Ronaldo Ali, do you plan on getting the new Mac Pro? I really want the new Mac Pro. I do, but I'd have to find a sponsor. So if you'd like to sponsor my new Mac Pro and pay for it, and I'll give you one hell of an advertising deal. We'll just wrap that up right here, right now. God. You know what? The funny thing is, I'll throw it out there, and I bet you I can find some company, some business, someone to help me get the Mac Pro. Because I could pay for it, I'm sure, but I'd have to sell quite a few of my smartphones. Yikes. What do you think about the Bill Gates situation, asks Eric Josie. I think it's just disappointing to see, the board ask Bill Gates to kind of step away. But it makes sense because, his legacy could overshadow any new CEO that Microsoft would find. Of course, Ballmer is now gone. I think it's potentially a good idea for that to happen. I mean, Bill Gates' legacy, I think, we're going to remember him more for his philanthropic efforts than anything he did with technology. You just mark my words. I bet you anything more people will remember him for what he's doing to, save the world. And, I mean, humanity, not just, having done something with Microsoft back in the day. So it makes sense to me that Bill Gates would step aside, maybe, still keep kind of an advisory role, but you got to be careful. If Microsoft is going to survive, kind of needs a radical reinvention, and that culture's got to change from the top down. Some have said that the Apple's culture has changed. It certainly has, and to tell you the truth, and you heard me say this in the Why I Like Apple video this week, I don't know if that change has been for the better. Apple's starting to show some wear and tear, cracks in the foundation, losing attention to detail. There, I think that's the easiest way to put it. I mean, they've done some things that I just don't know if I sit well with me. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not very happy with iOS 7. I think they've made some decisions that they should not have made. Then again, I'm not in charge. I'm just someone who enjoys technology. Bacon. Yes, that is not really a question, but I agree. Bacon is worth talking about. Let's see here. Any other questions to come in? I know I saw a few in this list on Facebook. Ronaldo Ali, do you recommend Netflix? I do. I use Netflix all the time. It's how I catch up on a lot of TV shows that I didn't get to watch when they were happening, like Doctor Who. I'm just now getting caught up. And I think I will be caught up for the Thanksgiving or Christmas episodes. I guess there's some special episodes coming up later this year, which I'm just fine with. I'm enjoying that series a lot, and it's largely in part thanks to Netflix. Young D404, how many smartphones do you own? A lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 28, maybe, ish. Thereabouts. I don't know. How many do you own? Am I the only one? Maybe I'm the only one who owns that many smartphones. People are asking if you can have my Chromebook. Dude, don't ask me if you can have something of mine. I don't just give objects in and around my life away. I can't do that, right? Next thing I know, you're going to be asking me for my awesome Vader candy holder thing, guy. I know, people are saying, enough of the Vader! Can't help it, we all have obsessions. That just happens to be mine. I don't really know why either. So, any other questions to come in from our community? Very happy to receive them. Unfortunately, I did not have many queued up for today. It's kind of been a busy week, and later today, as a matter of fact, I am going to get my new pair of glasses. So the next time you see me live on YouTube, I'm going to have different specs. I'm going to look geekier, potentially. You saw a preview of it a few weeks ago on a Pirillo vlog. I think they're going to be geeky. More geeky than this? I don't know. I've been wearing these glasses since 2005. Random creator, will you review that come out? It's difficult for me to review games because, number one, I'm not a hardcore gamer. Number two, I get motion sickness, which sucks. It's more pronounced when I'm sitting in front of a larger screen really close. I tried hover.ie in my web browser the other day, Microsoft's reinvention of the hover game that came with Windows 95 back in the day. Only it plays in the web browser. And I started getting a headache, and I had to stop. I get motion sickness. It's bad. Like, I can't play a lot of 3D hardcore games. I get sick. So I'm not going to make myself sick just for the sake of playing something that might be fun. Any tips for a new Windows Phone user? Asks Christopher Huffman. Enjoy it. You know, there's nothing wrong with the Windows Phone platform. The Nokia Lumia 1020 has one of the best cameras I've ever had the pleasure of using on a smartphone. But, you know, it's not exactly like Android. It's not like iOS. It's certainly not like BlackBerry at all. You just gotta love it for what it is at the base level. If you're expecting to get some apps, like leading apps, popular apps, you may have to look elsewhere. That's the thing. But that does not take away, or should not take away, from your enjoyment of the Windows Phone platform. I can tell you this. I live in the Seattle area, and I can peg a Microsoft employee just by seeing what phone they use. 99 times out of 100, if someone has a Windows Phone, it is either a Microsoft employee or someone related to a Microsoft employee. This is just what I've seen, my observations. Nothing empirical there, just my experiences with what I've seen with the Windows Phone in and around the Seattle area. We have a question from Graytar. Hey, Chris, through the blogs, you seem to really like your hybrid car. Would you recommend getting one? Yeah, if only because it saves gas. I don't care about, I mean, the other things are kind of nice. You know, the automatic ability to speed up or slow down on cruise control based on the distance of the car in front of you. That's nice. The heads-up display is really nice, but not having to pay a lot of money for gas or petrol, depending on where you're from, is the only reason why I like it. I don't care who makes it, honestly. I really don't. I'm not a car guy. Maybe I'm the only one. I'm just not. See here, another question. Gaiman Me and that's a great username that I slaughtered. Is the camera of the iPhone 5S good, and are there many differences between the 5 and the 5S? I've already covered that in the video that I recorded a couple weeks ago, so don't want to belabor the point. Watch that video because otherwise I'd waste time talking about it here as opposed to wasting time talking about it. The camera's good. Camera's the best camera that an iPhone's ever had. Is it better than the 5's camera? Yes. All right. Going back to YouTube. Not really seeing questions. Just a lot of people seem to be spinning around in circles. Chris, have you ever seen Breaking Bad? I have not. I'm the only person I think on the planet who has not seen Breaking Bad. I apologize for that. I will watch Breaking Bad, I promise. It's just not yet. At some point in the future, when I get caught up with Doctor Who, maybe I'll start Breaking Bad. I like watching things after they've had their run, because then I don't have to worry about waiting for the next one or waiting a full year before the next episode happens. I hate waiting for seasons. I like it when they just release everything all at once, which would be great. I wish more, and I've talked about this before too, I wish more television series would release their episodes and, well, their entire run that way. That would be great. So I tend not to watch shows when they're produced, or as they're produced, because then I'll get lost in them. I prefer a subscription model when I can all you can eat at one time without having to wait. Hate waiting sometimes. When are you going to get your Google Glasses? Ask K16E Leon. Okay, if I'm even seeing that username correctly. I don't know when they become affordable and when they're built in to prescription frames. I think that is when I'm going to get Google Glass. I don't want to have the one with the bridge hovering over the frames. I don't think I'll go that route. I will wait until the heads-up display is built into the glass itself, and then I will get one. I promise that unless something else comes along, I will plan on getting one as soon as the heads-up display is built into glass in the frame, because I wear glasses, and that is not going to change. I'm not going to get LASIK just for a gadget. That's kind of crazy. Thoughts on the government shutdown? Asks Young D404. Well, sucks. Seems they had some updates to install. It's a geek joke. Da-da-da-da. It's the Windows XP shutdown sound that I'm trying. Chris, why not ham radio like Grandpa Pirillo? Well, it's actually, yes, he is my grandfather, and he's a ham radio operator. He's a geek. Geek kind of runs in my family, and runs also run in my family. I didn't really want to get into the whole IBS situation here in this video, but now that I kind of brought it up through the question that you asked, I don't know. I don't know. To me, the internet satisfies that curiosity and connecting with people from all around the world. And so it's kind of like my ham, only bacon. Someone should make an acronym for bacon. What does BACON stand for? BACON. Think of an acronym for bacon. Because we have ham, right? Bacon is the next generation of ham. Right? You know what I'm saying? All right. I think we're about close to wrapping it up. Diana, did you want to say anything to our community before we head out?
Hello. And goodbye. And I love you very much. So... Oh, and we're going to BrickCon tonight. Yay! Will you later?
That's not how you say it. It's not even close. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for supporting our sponsor. Go.tagjag.com/free points. Install it. Earn free gift cards is how we get stuff on Amazon for free all the time. You can do the same thing. Thanks again for remembering to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Thank you for your questions. I will be back again next week. We will be recording our review together of the Galaxy Note 3. That will be posted to this channel if you guys like it, and hopefully you guys will support it. The he said, she said kind of style of doing the video. What are we doing here?
Hand gesture.
We're hand gesturing here. This is like what is the touching the fingers there? Y'all having fun? Good. I hope you did. We'll see you later.